Football's about passion. It's a way of life. It gets you up on the morning. It's magnificent. It's fantastic. What a sport. What a sport. It's a way of life. It's a way of life.
Who's ready for some J-League fighting soccer on the Famicom? This is Retro Football. Welcome back to another episode. 1993. So this was exclusive to the Famicom and the Game Boy in Japan. It was not available in American regions or in Europe or in Africa or on the moon. Japan. It's the only place you could play this. Oh, Verdi. Don't remember them. And I think it's one of the first ever console games to feature the J-League license. So I do remember this game, and some of you would be like, how? It was only in Japan. I used to buy a magazine. There we go, Lineker. This is why I've chose Grand Passate, by the way, because I remember Lineker going over. Didn't he end his career in Japan? But anyway. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I used to buy a monthly magazine, a Nintendo one, and it used to have a little section, like a Japanese corner kind of section. And it would just look at the games which were exclusive to Japan, which we could not get over in the PAL regions, basically. Oh, here we go. So the kits are clashing like crazy. There's not a lot I can do about that, guys. Let's see what this is like. This is supposed to be a good game. Again, I'll go back to that article. I remember the person who wrote it saying it was... Oh, this is one of the best football games, if not the best football game, soccer game on the NES. Or the Famicom, the family computer in this case. I don't know what the Game Boy version is like. I have no idea. I only remember seeing screenshots of this version. And I also remember the cover art, the box for this, which is really cool. There's some really nice art on there. One of my favourite NES or Famicom covers that I've seen. My favourite, actually, Famicom cover of all time is the Japanese version of Mario World. I just love the cover for that. Obviously SNES or Super Famicom. Anyway. This feels fantastic. The music's annoying. I like that J, the J-League logo in the centre circle. That's cool. Yeah, this feels fantastic, guys. Now, there's a lot of flickering. Sprite flickering was just part and parcel of your Famicom experience. So I've scored. Lineker as well with the first goal. So... around this time, I think Gary Lineker had recently joined Grand Passate. Didn't he go over there to... Look at that dramatic pause screen. Didn't he go over there to promote football over in the Far East to kind of... I don't know. To get more eyes on the game over there, basically. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure that was a thing. Anyway, back to this game. Why is it so good? Well, because you could do that. You can pass. You can actually weave some passing moves together. Goalkeeper's got a cap on, of course. In the 8-bit era, the goalkeeper had to wear a cap. They were the rules. Those were the rules. Ball is huge, which I don't mind because I can actually see the thing. Here we go. Ah, it's terrible. Because in some of the football games in the 8-bit era and 16-bit, the ball would be tiny and it would be difficult to see. So I'd rather have a bigger ball than a smaller ball. Oh dear. Yeah, this is really, really good. For some reason, only one button does anything and it does everything. It slides, it passes, it shoots. I thought it would at least use both the buttons on the Famicom controller. But, there's not a lot of good NES soccer games. Let's be fair. I mean, Nintendo World Cup's a good bit of fun for 5 minutes. This has actually got a little bit of depth to it. And if I had played this back in the day, because I owned the NES, I would have been absolutely chuffed to bits with this game. Japanese developers just seem to get football right when it comes to making games. Obviously Konami and the like. I'm not too sure who develops this, actually. I should have checked. The wiki's open next to me. There's no review scores, I don't think. Our developer is Graphic Research. There you go. Anyone heard of them? But yeah, there's no reviews, guys. It's one of those games where, because it didn't get a Western release, there's not a lot of stuff you can find about it online. Let me know in the replies if you've played this. I need to try the Game Boy version now, actually. It's definitely the best football game I've played on the NES. It's got the... oh, he's got another... It's 2-0 to Grampus 8. I lost my train of thought again. And I hit the mic. Hope you didn't hear that. Sorry about that. I was excited scoring another goal. Yeah, it's my favourite game I've played. Not favourite game, but favourite football game I've played on the NES. There was the brilliant prequel, if you like, to International Superstar Soccer. I have featured that on Retro Football. That's on the NES. But the name escapes me. That's a very good game as well. What happened then? Yeah, that was a very good game, developed by Konami. This is better because just look, I could pass with these side-on game and the overhead view games, but especially the side-on view games like this. You just couldn't do that. You couldn't pass and get some moves going. It was just get on the ball and run with it, because there's not a chance your pass will find another player. They were just janky. It's just how it was, unless you were playing something polished like Super Sidekicks in the arcade. Here we go. I do wonder how the shooting works, because it's just the one button. Do I double tap to do a higher shot or a more powerful shot? I'm not too sure. And I don't know what the little logo on the bottom left means. It's like a little boot and a little arrow. I know what the numbers mean. I've worked that out. It's the number of your player, basically. The shirt number that they're wearing. Foul. I was going to say there's no fouls in this, but obviously there are fouls. Hey, the CPU is awful, though. Maybe it's because it's the first game and it gets a bit more difficult with each opponent. So I'll play this match and then we'll see what the next opponent brings in regards to difficulty and a challenge. There we go. I got a centre back there though. Good tackle. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, keeper does well. Gives me the control of the keeper. I love this game. I mean, you weren't exactly spoilt for choice on 8-bit consoles. It's a post. It's a goal kick. Yeah, we weren't spoilt for choice. I mean, 16-bit, this is my opinion. It's always my opinion. This isn't fact. But I think 16-bit onwards, we started getting the really good football games. 8-bit was poor for footy games. It was poor. Even though there were some good ones. Micro Pro Soccer. No, that was 16-bit. What am I talking about? I'm trying to think 8-bit. Hey, the Antlers get a goal. Yeah, 8-bit. Match Day 2 on a ZX Spectrum was good, but when you play it today, it's rough. You know, them 8-bit games have not aged well. This has. Oh, apart from that sprite flickering. Game, set, and match. There we go. Let's see what the next fixture brings us. Yeah, I'm really thinking about that now. 8-bit footy games. What's the best 8-bit footy game, guys? There you go, there's a question for today. Anyway. I mean, you have got International Superstar Soccer on the Game Boy... No, it's on the Game Boy Advance, though, isn't it? Is that an 8-bit console? I think it is, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Doesn't matter anyway, does it? Here we go. Kits aren't clashing this time. Oh, these were more aggressive. This definitely does ramp up in difficulty then. That's good to know. Because I didn't see any difficulty options. I was too excited to notice anything about difficulty because it's footy. It's a footy game I haven't played. And my excitement levels are quite high when that's the case. I mean, music when you're playing, I always say this on the channel, but music while you're playing in these old footy games was such a thing. Personally, I could do without it. Look at this. Look at the football we're playing. Here we go. It's just the shooting for me. I'm not feeling the shooting. It's just very straight every time. It's the same kind of shot every time. Oh my days. Jeff United go 1-0 up. So they have obviously been able to lift the shot and get some power on it. So you can do that then. I've tried double tapping the button and I've tried holding it, but it neither seems to do much. I've also pressed the... Well, you saw me press start to pause. Ah, it's a creeper. I did double tap, but it just it just did that. It's 1-1. Yeah, I press start. That pauses it, obviously. And I press select, and select does nothing. So I'm not entirely sure how the shooting works in this. But yeah, it's a quick look at J-League, fighting, soccer, whatever it is actually called. Fantastic. Absolutely superb. One of the best 8-bit footy games I've ever played. As always, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Retro Football. Look out for more content coming to the channel. We've got a lot planned. I'll speak to you all soon.